Hello, lovely, fantastic women of Manchester Action Learning Group. This is Sarah from a very wet Hebden Bridge. I thought if I do a quick refresh video, if all else fails, and you've only got less than 5 minutes to remind yourself of action learning stuff the morning before we meet or the night before, then this is it. So I'm going to take you through a few things quite rapidly. First of all, here's one I made earlier. So roles, the roles during an action learning afternoon. You've got the host, which next time will be Liz again. You've got the day facilitator, which will be Maria this time, who really holds the space, and we need someone to be a note taker. And for ease, I think it's nice if the note taker then becomes the facilitator at the next group. And then you also have people that present and people that facilitate each of those presenting sessions. And these people can, of course, be these people. So those are the roles. A typical agenda for you guys, something running from 2 till 6. We arrive, have a cup of tea, say hello. We'll have that 5-minute silence and then check in where everyone just says where they're at. And if they presented last time, anything to update on that. And it's quite nice to very quickly review the notes that were taken from the last session. Then we have the bidding round where you decide whether you want to present for that day or not. And then a session, a break, another session, a quick comfort session, break, final session, a review for next time, including dates, locations and stuff like that. So hopefully that's reminded you about that. And then also, here we go for the actual session. I've sent these, or Maria's sending you this again in an email so you can remind yourself, but in an actual presentation we hear from someone for 2 to 5 minutes that what their issue is, and then we open up to ask really good quality questions, and a facilitator for this presentation holds the space. That can last anything between 10 and 40 minutes, and that's really the bulk of the work. But we have these 3 little optional things to do at the end. One, the presenter can say whether they'd like gifts from each of us. Anyone that has one to give, they might have a piece of advice. This is the only place where advice takes place. And then, excuse that, members just state their own learning, and the presenter has the final word, what they're taking away. And then we end with a process review. How did we do? So that whole thing can be half an hour to an hour for that. And then in terms of good quality questioning, again, you should have your stuff I've given you before, but a quick reminder, it'll be in the email. You've got the rows, what we call the rows techniques. Be reflective, reflect back what you're hearing the person say and turn it into a question. Be hypothetical in your questions, don't close them down, so jump the hurdle. What if? Questions are good, keep them really open, not closed. So start with who, what, where, when, which, how. Why is not quite so good, but it's not horrific. Be comfortable with silence. If you don't have a question, that's fine. If your question has run out because the thinking's moved on, let it go. And ask for more. Be encouraging in your questions. Can you tell me about? Avoid leading questions. Avoid closed questions. And in what I've sent you some really good questions. I've given you them before, but they're there in the email. That's a gallop through. And I look forward to seeing you on the 25th, where we'll finish contracting as well. Take care. Bye.